So it's again on Paytm. The situation, as we describe it, that Paytm is known as one of the pioneers of fintech. Coming to this situation, do you see this as a worrisome situation for the entire sector? And what lesson would you like to highlight for any similar, future companies?
Now, let me sort of provide some broad guidance on this Paytm issue because I mean, there have been at least 4 or 5 questions till now, and there could be many more questions. So let me put the entire thing, let me put the record straight. Now, you said that worry about the system and all that. There is no worry about the system at the moment. Here we are talking about a specific institution, a specific payment bank. As the Deputy Governor Deputy Governor Swaminathan has already explained, he has provided several details. Similarly, I also don't want to comment on a specific case. But in this context, I would like to make some general observations, not with specific reference to Paytm as such, but some general observations which includes all our regulated entities. So all our regulated entities does not exclude Paytm. It is applicable to all the regulated entities. And in fact, this... Which one? No. No, the advice is the camera should not focus on this because I have written so many things. This is a private part, so the cameras can focus perhaps on my face. So, but let me, thank you. I think that's very agile on his part. So, let me focus on make some general points. And I would like to, make some about 6 or 7 points. Now, first is that over the last few years, as all of you are aware, we have significantly deepened our supervisory systems, approach and methods. Number 2, our emphasis is always on, as the Deputy Governor has pointed out, our emphasis is always on bilateral engagement with the regulated entity. And in that engagement, we give focus on, and we are completely focused on nudging the regulated entity to take corrective action. Let me rephrase it. For you to make note, our emphasis is always on bilateral engagement with the regulated entities, with focus on nudging them for corrective action. And sufficient time is given for undertaking such corrective action. The third point, when such constructive engagement which we undertake, when that does not work, so when such constructive engagement does not work, or when the regulated entity does not take effective action, we go for imposing supervisory or business restrictions. Number 4, such restrictions which we impose are always proportionate to the gravity of the situation. Please take note that such restrictions are proportionate to the gravity of the situation. Number 5, all our actions, being a responsible regulator, being a responsible supervisor, all our actions are in the best interest of systemic stability and protection of depositors or customers' interest. These aspects cannot be compromised. Individual entities should be mindful of these aspects for their long-term success. Number 6, over the last few days, we have received a lot of queries, clarifications from various quarters, including, members of the public. You have raised a few questions today. So we have noted all these questions and clarifications which have been sought from us. And based on that, we will be issuing a FAQ sometime next week. So that should address all these questions and clarifications which are being raised by you and which have been raised in the public domain and raised bilaterally with us by various from various quarters. Number 7, finally and emphatically, let me stress and let me emphatically state that the Reserve Bank is and will continue to encourage and support innovation and technology in the financial sector. Let there not be any doubt about Reserve Bank's commitment to promote fintechs, to promote innovation, to promote technology in the financial system. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I will move on to Mr. Dinesh Unnikrishnan from Money Control.
Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you, Governor. I have a very short related question, sir. You in your remarks, you stressed about the good governance and sound compliance, and this is not something that you're speaking for the first time. You have been emphasizing this part, and the role of the boards in the regulated entities is extremely critical, as you have pointed out. What is your view on the role of the Paytm board? Because it didn't happen all of a sudden. Since 2021, RBI has been alerting the regulatory breaches. And as per the process, the RBI on-site inspection report is passed to the ACB and the board for corrective actions. So probably, if they had acted on time, things would not have worsened to this level. So why is the regulator silent on the role of the board while the reasons for this action is quite evident?
You see, typically we do not share such granular information. We have been engaged with the institution, with the entity for quite some time, and within that, with whom we interacted and how it was, such granular details, it will not be appropriate on our part to share those details.
Thank you, sir. I'll move on to Mr. Vishwanath Nair from NDTV Profit.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much, Yogesh. I'll give a little respite and move to another topic. But on CBDCs, you're talking about introducing additional programmability.
No, we don't need any respite.
The topic
So go ahead, but the point is, the same question is coming up, and also in as much as we are issuing a FAQ, so I would request if you have still some clarification or something on which you want clarity, I think you can send it bilaterally to us. Directly you can mail it to us. We will see to what extent we can address that question. Yeah.
Sure. My question is with regard to the additional programmability that you're proposing to bring in with respect to the CBDC pilot. The question has been there since the beginning when this topic was DG Ravishankar had introduced. Doesn't this go against the fungibility of money if the intent is to make CBDC the equivalent of paper currency? And if you introduce specific restrictions on usage, does the fungibility factor not go opposite to that?
No, we are not imposing a restriction. I think we are making it more flexible, but let DG Ravishankar